Hey, what's up folks? JayborinoPlays here. I'm starting a new series. This is a custom campaign for Starcraft 2 called the Proditor, created by mapmaker Nimbus Quay on SC2 Mapster. Now, this is actually a bit of an older campaign. I believe it was made in either 2011 or 2012, so back in Wings of Liberty days. And I've sort of been putting off playing this. There's been many times I've said, oh, I'm going to do Proditor next, and then I would get sidetracked on a newer project. But I've heard good things about this campaign, but I do want to point out, and you should know this right from the beginning, the mapmaker, I believe, only speaks Polish, and he put all of his dialogue just through Google Translate. So a lot of the dialogue is kind of a garbled mess in English. So this is not a fault that should ever be held against someone just because they only speak one language. I only speak one language. I'm actually, I don't know, I feel bad about it because there's so many mapmakers in other parts of the world that speak two languages. You know, they have English as a second language and have done great with English dialogue provided to me. So in this situation, it is not something that should ever be held against the mapmaker. I'm going to do my best to sort of translate the translation, if you will. So I guess bear with that. Otherwise, I've heard good things. All right, a line of photon cannons is the best way to stop the Zerg's landing from the air. Let's go ahead and play on hard. Second hardest difficulty. It's usually what I stick with. Planet Ire, the province of Albion. Some background, this campaign does take place during the fall of Ire. Morpheus, Praitor of the province of Albion, rise up from your knees. Why do you remain asleep when the land that you have pledged to protect is dying? Tassadar, brother, my people perish under the pressure of the swarm. The youngest die in battle, while the oldest disappear in a sleep. Defiance is futile. The Overmind drips poison into your mind, Morpheus. I command you to wake up and protect your lieges as you've sworn. The Citadel of Albion will be routed at any moment into ashes. The servants of the Swarm have captured the Supreme Fortress. There is no hope for us, Tassadar. For the third time I say to you, rise, Morpheus. Do not let the secret knowledge of our ancestors fall into the hands of those who bring death to our brothers and sisters. Morpheus, arise. Tassadar doing what Tassadar does best. Inspiring folks. It will be as you command, Executor Tassadar. Alright, Morpheus rising up. Oh, we're starting right away. Somebody sacrifice yourself onto these banelings, please. Okay, great. That worked out just fine. What is this? The Praitor Citadel. So it's just a giant nexus. Holy crap. Game spirit are we on? Alright, let's change it faster. So we have a giant nexus. It's the Praitor Citadel. Let's go ahead and start building. Let's go ahead and get mining. We do have rich mineral fields here. Interesting visuals so far. First thing that I am noticing already is that the Zerg are, in fact, the short time of the attacks from the air will greatly intensify. If we want to prevent them, we need to power up obelisks in the courtyard and summon the ancient protectors of Albion. Find and power up the obelisks of the protectors to prevent attacks from the air. Okay. Okay, we'll give that a shot, those 4. So the first thing I'm noticing right away is that it seems like there's no... it's not a Brood War-based map. So this takes place chronologically in the past, during the Zerg invasion of Ire, before Episode 3, which was the fall. And either way, though, I guess we'll be suspending our disbelief as both the Protoss and the Zerg are using StarCraft 2 tech as opposed to Brood War tech. Now, this is something that would require a whole separate mod, utilizing the Mass Recall mod, things like that, which may or may not have existed in its current form back when this was created. Either way, I like the visuals of this, and anything that takes place around the fall of Ire, anything involving Ire in general, is just a cool little thing. What is going on? Look how fast Praitor Morpheus is. Is that normal? Move speed 5. Wow, that's crazy. Another thing I want to point out is I have no idea if patch 3.0 would have completely broken anything in this map. It's quite possible that this map may be broken, or this campaign may have broken sections at some points due to due to patch 3.0. If we come across something like that, we'll deal with it when we get to it, but for right now, it seems like it's functioning all right. I've got our forge coming. I'd love to get a cybernetics core. It seems like we're going to need a lot of stalkers. I could push out and take those obelisks. I'd much rather get a more solid defensive force first. At least get a couple cannons to defend against these mutalisks. Granted, we theoretically won't have to deal with the mutalisks once we get all the obelisks powered up. That's the impression that I'm getting. Morpheus does 16 damage compared to 8, so he does double damage basically. Auto attack up here. Yeah, I would love to get some cannons. I don't know if I want to defend this ramp though with anything other than units, because if I push out, then I won't need cannons here. I would just need cannons elsewhere. Yeah, those mutalisks are getting quite annoying. We're gonna need. Oh, I just wasted a chrono boost. It is old chrono boost. Let's just get a group of pylons. Start a little pylon farm down here, and warp gate, please, as soon as possible. We can chrono boost that out. Again, we've got StarCraft 2 tech, and that's just something where, I don't know, I just sort of suspend my disbelief. It doesn't really take me out of this campaign. I understand some people have a problem with that. There's no problem. I don't have a problem with you, as long as you don't have a problem with me, all right? It's just not a big deal to me, but I'm not saying that you should not have any issues. That's just my opinion. All right, so the attacks are coming fairly frequently. Let's start getting some more stalkers. Very constant attacks. I want to at least get some cannons up to deal with these constant mutalisk harassments. Like over here, that like one or two cannons should be more than enough to get rid of these mutalisks. I would love to get a lot of probes. We could have this saturated with many probes. We might as well get our second gas now. So we don't have to power up those obelisks. If find and destroy the Astroblade of Albion is our main objective here. So we're just going to need to get a butt ton of gateways. That is a technical term. We can get a Twilight Council, which means we probably do. We already have charge. We do already have charge. That perhaps will allow us to get +2 level upgrades. So we'll focus on that as we get to it. Let's go ahead and just keep saturating our minerals here. Let's go ahead and get another pylon here. We want to get some cannons over in this direction. That should be more than enough. Let's go ahead and pop. We don't actually have our warp gate tech yet. This is feeling kind of frantic. I suppose it should, because we're being invaded by the Zerg, and the Protoss do, in fact, lose horribly in that situation. So it's probably good that we're sort of losing. What I'm probably going to do is just get a lot of upgrades. We get Blink. We can get Blink. Why not get Blink? Even though, again, it's not fitting chronologically, but to me, I'm going to take any advantage that I can have. Mutalisk still coming from down there. We might as well get maybe an extra photon cannon a little further over to help defend against those. Okay, we can open that up. Hallucination, not really something I care about. Let's go ahead and get more warp gates now. And we're just going to start pumping out an army. Now, we can't build anything else. It looks like we will be able to get Templar, which actually could be really helpful. I don't know if Storm is what we're going to be needing, but I am going to want to go for Archons just to get some serious beef. And as we get an abundance of gas over minerals, which actually, with the amount of minerals that are here, we may not ever have that. But it would certainly be pretty beneficial. They're actually dropping on me. I'm going to need a bigger group of cannons here. I'd love to keep those obelisks powered up so that we can stop those air attacks. It's getting quite troubling. Okay, so let's set up more cannons here. That should be more than enough. What I want to do, actually, I might just get a second forge. I think it's what I'm definitely going to do. And let's get another gateway. We got a 4-gate going on. If I had more room, I would get more gateways, but I don't have much room. I suppose what I could do is lay them down over here. As many as I can fit. Let's just try to get... That's a reasonable amount right there. That's a lot of gateways. That should be good. Now pylons. As many as we can squeeze in here. There we go. Mostly just getting hit with air attacks. I am playing on hard difficulty, and it feels right for a hard difficulty. It seems pretty tough so far. Let's keep getting more probes, because again, I feel like I could probably have more. Okay, let's get shields level 1, and then we'll queue up weapons level 2 here. We can keep chrono boosting. Oh, gotta get used to old chrono boost again. Okay, looking good. This probe, you can get back to mining. We should have really good income now. It's just we want to start warping in lots and lots of stuff. We did get our Templar archives. I don't really care about the amulets. I mostly am just going to be going for Archons at this point. What I could do is take what I have. I got to be careful with the Proditor. Proditor Morpheus. He's got a lot of health. He's also really fast, which means he's going to run ahead of everybody and then possibly die. Okay, so here is one obelisk. which I'm going to power up and then immediately build photon cannons around because it seems like mutalisks are going to be bothering us around here constantly. So let's, you know, set up like maybe two or three groups of stuff. All right, get out of the way. Let my probe in there. Let's just take this one at a time. We just lost a bunch of our zealots. We'll make more. All right, stay up here. I want to rebuild these. They can help me against these mutalisks. We'll have sight up here. Okay, so we want to, yeah, but definitely be powering up these obelisks. It pings them every so often as opposed to just having a constant marker for some reason. Again, it's hard for me to make solid judgments about this campaign. The way to kill the Protector is to destroy the obelisk. He could also be deactivated by destroying the powering pylons. Therefore, we must preserve these ancient structures at all costs. So it's basically saying, keep the obelisks alive. Keep the obelisks alive and keep the pylons powering them alive. So let's just set up a bunch of cannons here. That should be more than enough. And then let's go up until into the next group. Okay, lots and lots of stalkers. So what did that do? Albion's Protector. So I assume that this protects us. I mean, we have to continue powering it up, first of all, but I assume that that's what's really protecting us. Let's go ahead and send these units, and Morpheus... No. Okay, well, he's taking health damage. We gotta leave him at home. May just want to leave him at home. All right, we're heading into the next section. All right, probe, move on over here. We're gonna have to set up more defense over here. So perhaps like this. And we might as well just kind of keep up this roll as we move. Yes, we're getting pinged again. Here's the next obelisk. Okay, let's kind of move our way in here. Okay, and then we have to get rid of this creep as soon as possible. I definitely could have done this a little earlier. What's happening over here? Whoa, I'm just realizing now that we're like on a big upraised plateau and there's just bases going on down here. It's like you can't select them, but holy crap. All right, so each obelisk activates a different protector. That's actually really great. So now we know. We have a ton of money like I anticipated. Let's just throw down a bunch of cannons here. Bunch of cannons here to make sure that this doesn't get retaken. More than we need. Why don't you come on up here? We're going to take this group. And let's just start making a bunch more stalkers. And we might even make, I might just like secure this area up here and make a bunch of, cannons perhaps, and gateways all up around that top area. All right, let's go ahead and secure this one. And then lastly, we want to grab, I think it's up here.
Base is under attack.
This observer has been disconnected from the source of power. However, he still stands guard of the fortress of Albion. We can activate it and use it to investigate the position of the enemy. Okay, well, we may do that. We may not have to. Destroy this. Okay, so now we have 3 of the 4 up. And again, this is optional, but I think it's going to be worth it. I'm really liking the visuals of this campaign. So, again, as long as you don't let the Brood War aspect of it bother you with the fact that it's not using any sort of Brood War tech, which it doesn't bother me, and, again, it's totally subjective. Then I don't know, this seems really, really great, and I've gotten really good feedback, and I've had people ask me, are you going to be playing Proditor? It seems like Zerg are landing on the ground and sort of battling these Protoss forces that are on the bottom, but the fact that we're powering up these protectors, I noticed the attack for this protector is still in Polish. Interesting. Well, point that stuff out, but it's not, again, it's not really something that bothers me per se. It's just something to point out. Yeah, this is cool. I love the atmosphere of this map where we're like on these really high up raised bridges, but you can see like the normal Protoss bases down there while we're up trying to defend our main base, our plateau, if you will. So hopefully if we set up this last one, then that will stop all those mutalisks from coming in. I'm getting kind of sick of them. Okay, let's set these up. More and more and more. As long as the protector's guarding the air of the fortress, we are safe from attacks of winged creatures. Time to find an astrolab? Astroblade? Astrolab? I'm not 100% sure what that's meant to be. Okay, meanwhile, I should have continued building units because my stuff has not been on cooldown. But either way, we'll get level 2 of all of our stuff, and then we have to start pushing where I assume to be across this bridge. So we are protected from the air theoretically from all directions. These do have health, though. They can die. That would be real sad, but I'm just saying they could die. Let's go ahead and get some Archons. We might bring a probe up here so we can warp up closer to us. We have a probe up there, don't we? All right. Give me some Archons. And the question is, what are we really up against? As we cross these bridges, what are we really going up against? Is Morpheus in there with us? Where is Morpheus right now? Okay, he's still at home. That's good. Let's try not to F2. Perhaps a cinematic here. I doubt this is the end of the mission. Oh, shit. Wretched Protoss. You've woken up too late. The long time you were remaining under the Overmind's influence. Now it's too late. Your people are dying below, and you will soon join them. Queen of the Swarm, Queen of Blades, what have you. Queen of Blades, I could have expected that you would stand for this invasion. I will avenge the souls of my brothers and sisters, and you will pay for everything that was once beautiful, and now by your fault, turning to ash. You fool. Do not think that I came here to enjoy the omnipresent death and destruction. The walls of this fortress was hidden for ages. The walls of this fortress have hidden for ages something I really care about. No matter, I think that we will not meet again, Proditor. Thus died the last Proditor of Albion. She's really cocky. She's just got 2 lurkers over there. So we have observers. Oh my word. Okay. All right, give me... Oh, I need control again. My units aren't doing anything. Okay. I'm still in the dark here, but I can hear fighting. There we go. You guys blink back. Let the zealots in. Let's move up with the observer. We're gonna have to keep this observer alive. It's very important. Oh man, this is cool. So now we can see the Zerg actually destroying everything underneath here. That's crazy. We have 2 lurkers on this ramp, which honestly are just gonna maul all of my stuff. We have to kill these as soon as possible. Come on. Okay, good. And I had a probe. Let's move this up so that we can warp in as we move up.
I am the voice of the
best we can do is just move in here. Blink over, and as we destroy these creep tumors... Oh, Banelings. Baneling's gonna really hurt me here. Okay, Stalkers, move on up. We can snipe the Banelings. As long as we get rid of the Banelings, and our Zealots can really support us. Let's move on up, and we'll get a pylon here as soon as possible. Very small areas here. Like you have trouble moving in with large groups of units because of that. So I made Archons, and I never moved them up. Let's do that. Our Protector's still doing a great job. I built all those cannons around, and I realized I don't really need them. I don't know why my game speed got reset after that. Let's go ahead and just throw down this pylon here. It's better than nothing. No more, doesn't seem like there's any more lurkers, but I will hold on to that observer. I'm just going to be real careful with that observer. All right, we've got Archons now. So let's get those in the front and just sort of move on in. It's hard to tell. Are they rebuilding here? Again, it's a very small area, so let's just make more... Well, I don't know if Stalker's the right answer. They're just going to get stuck. Okay, move on up. Blink on over. I don't see any lurkers. Again, the fact, as long as there's not lurkers, we should be in good shape. Let's move on up. I'm going to move my observer up to maybe around here. And this is again, I like the setup of this. It feels like we're fighting through these old settlements of Ire, which is not, I don't know, it's something new. I mean, we've seen things similar to it, but it's just, I don't know, it's just got a really distinctive look to it. It definitely has a very distinctive look to it. I like it a lot. Random base here that we could take. I'm not sure, perhaps through this little crevice here is where we need to go next. Archon's doing a great job. I'm going to get some more of them, actually. Storm might be okay, especially when you have these really small areas, but I don't know. Storm is good for defense, but otherwise, when you're playing against the AI, rarely do they clump up in any fashion except when you're getting attacked by them. Either way, let's go ahead and lead with the Archons and get going, buddies. And then where's my observer? We want to move that up just a little bit. Okay, we're totally stuck. We need to blink in with the Stalkers. Apparently we're on the high ground here, too. I assume this is what we're going to destroy, which is possibly what Kerrigan is trying to get. We've located the Astrolab. These creatures filled them like a piece of rotten meat and are trying to get inside. We have to converge it. We have to burn it to the ground as quickly as possible, perhaps. Okay, so we found what we're looking for. Just have to fight our way there. We're just fighting our way across these big, I suppose they're like big, like, wall tops. Like, these were the ramparts of our fortress, and the Zerg have basically taken it over, which is pretty cool. And you blink down. Let's keep it up. And I made more Archons. Let's move them up. And we're just going to keep remaking Zealots. That's pretty much it. All right, there's a Nidus Worm up there. Let's move up there as fast as possible. Let's move up with the Stalkers. Let's blink up and snipe this real quick. One thing I've noticed with the new patch is that Nidus Worms that were part of any old campaign, I actually noticed this when playing Wings of Liberty, don't have a death animation anymore. I don't know why, but it's just sort of a thing. Oh my word, I love this. Again, it feels like we're on the ramparts of an old fortress. It's really, really, really neat. Are we going the right way? It's either across here, or it's up in this direction, and I really don't know which. Meanwhile, we still have our Archons that never really made it. Again, I'm trying not to F2. No, we're going the right way. It's just seeing up there. Observer, if you can get up here at any time, we need to be able to have sight up here, because we are just getting murdered by these Banelings. Oh, those Banelings. We're getting murdered by this single Spine Crawler. It's doing a lot of damage to us. We need to be able to see it. Come on. There we go. As long as we can kill this thing. Alright, push over in this direction, everybody remaining. Lost a lot of Zealots, really not a big deal. We can't warp in on this pylon. Okay, and that should do it. Again, the terraining of this, it's tight. It's very, very tight, so I don't know. I like it, though. Again, it's very distinct and unique as we're fighting up across these ramparts. So normally I would complain about not having enough space, but I actually quite like it. Find and destroy it. Okay, let's A-left click it then. I don't understand what this is, but it must have a secret in it that Kerrigan wants, and we're denying her from getting it. Restrain, Praitor. There's more stubbornness in you than I had expected. Depart from the Astrolab. I knew that we would meet again, Queen of Blades. So many innocent lives you have trampled on your way to Ire, and now you're destroying the peace that was given to my race after millennia of wars. I will cover with ashes this Astrolab, and then tear your heart out. Even here, mine had already begun. Sometimes I'm going to have trouble with this. I told you, I'd like, don't hold this against the campaign. But I'm trying. Albion collapsed, Praitor. The walls of your fortress had its foundation tremble. Do not come here to enjoy the death of your brothers and sisters. I went after what was hidden in these walls. The lives of your subjects or the Astroblade and you yourself. The choice is yours. What do you think? In the name of our common ancestors, Queen of the Swarm. Let us pact. Oh! So she was basically saying, I'll kill everybody, or join me, and we'll take the secrets from this Astrolab. And Praetor Morpheus has agreed to join her. And the music. The betrayal music. So I should point out, the thing about this campaign... Well, let's see if it goes into the next map, first of all. Yes. Okay, so the thing about this campaign is it is about a Protoss faction, or Morpheus more specifically, that is deciding to side with the Queen of Blades. I did not reveal that, but that's pretty much the only knowledge I have about this campaign. So again, I'm going to have trouble conveying the plot of this to you. In fact, I have trouble understanding it sometimes. But, you know, let's do our best and really take in what this campaign is really, really good at, which so far I feel is the terraining, the general concept. I thought that the terraining was so cool with the perspective of looking down on those other Protoss bases. And the cinematic work is quite well done. I like it a lot. It really it shows strong. All right, well, hey, this has been Jayborino. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode, and I will see you next time. Bye now.